Okay. All right, everyone, we are live, and we are joined here by Jana Clifton of the Uptown Jackson Revitalization Organization. Jana, how are you doing today?
Doing great, Clayton. How are you?
Doing fine, doing fine. We're glad to have you here and glad to be looking at some of the latest events coming up in Jackson. And one of these is fairly familiar, but certainly it's always growing, always upgrading, as tends to be the case with things with the Uptown Jackson Revitalization Organization. But can you tell us more about Cruisin Uptown Jackson coming up?
Absolutely. Thanks for asking. Yes, Cruisin Uptown Jackson is this Saturday, May 13th, from 5 to 8 p.m. And if you've tuned in before, you might have heard me talk about Cruisin. Actually, it's been going on for several years. Always been a car show and some maybe a food truck, maybe a DJ, but we've changed it up this year. This year, actually, we are partnering with the Jackson Community Outreach Board, who has done this for a while now and does a great job with it. The Jackson Community Outreach Board also does all the holiday lights in the park, and they do the Touch a Truck event that's at the Civic Center. So they do several things to bring tourism and bring people to our community. They do an awesome job. But we are partnering with them and not only having the car show, which is a tremendous turnout. And if you came last month, oh my gosh, we had cars pouring off of Barton Street over onto Court Street. There were cars everywhere, all different kinds of cars. You had the new cars, you had the old cars, the red cars, the blue cars. I sound like Dr. Seuss now. But it was a great turnout for cars, but also people came out for the live music because we've also incorporated live music into Cruisin Uptown Jackson. So this week it will be Holly Benton and Friends for our live music, and we have over double the amount of market vendors that we had last month. You know, last month we only had a couple market vendors because it was April, it was evening, and it was cold. So we are building on that. We also added in a food truck. We've got lemonade. We've got baked goods. We've got fresh cut flowers. There's someone making leather goods that will be there. So it's going to be a good time. So come up for the cars. Check those out. Make sure you hit the live music. You can't miss it. It will be a great time. You can dance in the middle of High and Main Street. Check out the market vendors that will be at the event. And also, added bonus, something that they haven't done before this year, the merchants will be staying open late so you can shop in the stores. So I have confirmation from High Street Station, Teal Coyote, Momo's Favorite Treats, of course, Tractors, Lloyd's, Barrel 131, Vitality Market, Fringe Clothing Boutique, Charmed at Cobblestone Corner, Miss Priss Boutique, and Stitched and Stamped will all be open for this event. So that's very exciting. I know a lot of us work an 8 to 5 during the week, and sometimes it's hard to get to our favorite stores. So this is a great opportunity to head into some of your favorite Uptown Jackson stores and give those local merchants some love. So long story short, you don't want to miss Cruisin Uptown this Saturday from 5 to 8 p.m. In historic Uptown Jackson.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. Jana, anything else that folks need to know?
Really, if you are interested in being a part of the car show, just pull on in. It's literally called Cruisin because you can just cruise in and find a spot and be a part of it. It's very kid friendly. Bring your lawn chairs. You can literally set up your lawn chair in the street and listen to the live music. It's going to be a great time, and we know it's going to be good weather, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Knocking on my
Yeah, we'll have to talk to some folks about whether they can pull some strings with the weather.
That's right.
And all the sort of how that shakes out. But Jana, I want to thank you for being here. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you, Clayton. As always, I appreciate it.
All right, to our audience as well, thank you all for tuning in, spending some time here with us today. We're going to turn it back over to Local News Live. You can check out all of our sister stations' local content coming at you from there. And Heartland News Now is coming up at 4 o'clock. Stay tuned for that.